Hi dear ones, I'm Salica. I'm happy that you are here and you listen to the news from the salt worlds, and I want to talk today a little bit about consciousness and how you can raise your consciousness. If you are first time here, also I would like to mention that everything I say is with energy or comes with energy from the salt worlds to you, and this means that whatever the topic is for you, with the information you are listening to, there are coming salt impulses, and this helps you to transform or heal some things in your energy system as well. Also, I want to mention that the salts are not only the salt you use in your kitchen, it's a small part of what I'm talking about. But it's more a field of consciousness, a level of consciousness. And of course, I invite you to join my channel, to subscribe to it, or to like or to comment this video. I would be very grateful for. So let's start a little bit into this interesting topic. And I had this impulse in the morning that I have to do a video today about what's going on in the world, and because many also of my clients tell me that they can't stand this pressure anymore, and everything seems to become worse than better. And so it depends a little bit how long you are on your path of self-recognition and enlightenment, as I know, or consciousness. If you are in the beginning, maybe it's not so, it does not feel like this for you, but if you are now meditating for 5 or 10 or 20 or 40 years, I don't know, it might be a little bit strange for you, because you thought you would support everything and the rising consciousness on earth with your shifting energy, and it seems to become everything worse. We had the last 3 years, a topic I don't want to talk about now. Now we have in many regions of the world more the fear about world war and so on. And just by saying these words, I feel that the energy becomes like this. It's, you don't want to have this energy in your field. So what can you do about all these challenging energies, and how can you stay on your path, and how can you stay confident and somehow with a good mood, and not with depression or hopelessness or fear or panic or anger and so on. These emotions, I said now, are the emotions which nurture this field. And we have this field now so strongly in our reality, because somehow it is necessary, still necessary for many of us to decide. And if there would be not so much low level energy, darkness, and this darkness which creates these reactions at humans, that we become somehow upset or panic, or we feel fear and sadness. And with this reaction, feelings, emotions, we nurture this field, so they have again fuel somehow to continue their game. And maybe you feel a little bit like a victim, or somehow like, oh, why is all this happening? I don't want this, and there are people deciding for me, and I don't want to decide them for me. And you feel maybe that some people decide for all humans, and this is not the right way. But so now I say this word 3D and 5D. If you experience it like this, it is mostly that you are stuck in the 3D field, and you have maybe forgotten that there is also another choice you can make. What do I mean with this? 3D dimension is just that I don't like this. It's like a classification, and then you put everything in. Oh, now we are on 3D. Now we are on 5D. It is more. It is not okay. Now you are on 3D, and then you are on 5D. It is more a smooth movement in between these levels, and so even if you are one day somehow you feel you are more than your body, you have light, you have peace, you have love, you have happiness, and you are somehow in a state of bliss. And then you look somehow like down on other people who are still in 3D, and they are afraid of the future and so on. And a few days later you are captured again from 3D emotions, and you feel, oh, now I'm really afraid of what's going on, and this is okay. I think it's also good to not make such a big game of it, to realize that everything which comes into your life is also an invitation to become more aware what has it to do with you, and what can you do to bring more of this to earth which you want to experience. So if you watch this video, I'm sure you want to have more of your light, more of your love, more of peace, and more of happiness in your life. Okay, so, and then people say, ah, yes, but I want to do this, but it does not help anything, because now I meditated for this 20 years and nothing has changed. But you have changed, and don't forget this. You have changed. Now it's like tension increases, pressure increases, speed increases, because many have to decide now, what do I want to choose? Do I want to nurture war energy with my feelings of anger and fear and panic and so on, or do I want to nurture paradise on earth with light, with consciousness, with peace, with happiness? And I want to give you some practical advice today. How can you come from this, oh, I'm panic, to the other energy where you, okay, everything in this 3D reality, our human reality, okay, is so difficult at the moment. But how can I be happy if I know that there is something going on? And people are dying and so on. But you know, this is happening all the time. From the day you have been born, it is happening at some parts of the earth. So I don't want to not to see it, but don't let it control your life and your emotions, because then you nurture this field. It's like, you can imagine, or I like this picture, you are in a room, in a small room, or maybe also like a cage, a prison, with many other people in this 3D energy. This means anger, fear, sadness, depression, darkness, and there is going on all this war game and other games, and people who abuse their power upon others. So, and if you just watch this, like this is the only reality, you will get one with this energy, you will get lost. You don't remember anymore that there is more about you. But then you see that there is some light coming in, maybe there are some windows, and you can watch to the windows And maybe also you can go out of the windows and then you see, oh wow, there is much more space than this small cage I'm trapped in. And then you can maybe travel a little bit in between the levels. You go out of this window and there you are in light and love and happiness. And then you go back with your consciousness and you bring this energy into this small room, into this cage. And then you can imagine slowly, slowly, slowly it becomes higher vibration there. The more people do this, the better it will become. So just to give you a small picture how it could work. And so the first step is a decision, to make a decision. What do you want to experience in the rest of your life? Do you want to watch TV and news all the time and to see the difficulties going on Earth? News never bring us what's wonderful happening on Earth. They just bring us the catastrophes and the wars and the hunger and the diseases. They don't tell you, oh wow, there's happening something great, people are doing this or that, and they are awakening people, there are people in love and so on. This is not news are about. So you have to decide, what do you want to nurture in your field? Do you want to nurture this? You will continue to give a lot of time, spending a lot of time by watching news or watching videos talking about and discussing about what's going on. Make it smaller and don't scroll through social media, or if you do it, watch things like you watch now, which are pushing you up and say, Mensch, now do something. Remember that you are love, that you are light, that you are happiness, that you are much more than your body. But your body is wonderful. Don't misunderstand me, please. Your body is wonderful. Somehow the goal is that you bring all this consciousness into your body, that you unite again light and matter. And okay, this is a little bit a path to go, but you can do it. And so make this decision, and it is maybe not enough to do it once. Now you are maybe after this video will be empowered and say, wow, yes, I will go now to 5D, I will experience this just love and light and happiness. And then the next bill is in your post, and you will come a little bit down, and then you say, so how can I face this reality where I have to pay for things I don't want to support? Why is it like this? And if you give a lot of energy to this fact, then you will lose again your consciousness. Of course, there are things you have to do, and maybe you have to pay your taxes and so on, and with your taxes the government does things you don't want to support. But as long as you can't find another solution, just do it, but don't give a lot of energy to it. Okay, dream and create with your energy another reality, and then slowly you will be there. Another important fact is that I see this at many of my clients, that they are trapped not so much in this worldwide game, but more in the familiar game, or in the game with friends and work and so on. And this can be the same difficult as the worldwide game of war and panic and so on. If you, and I mention this now because I know from there you should start. If you see you are trapped in a matrix, this wonderful world, in this game of, okay, I'm afraid that some of my family members will die, will have an accident, I'm afraid that I will never receive the appreciation or the love I deserve from my parents, for example, or my partner does not love me, he does not or she does not show me his love, her love. Okay, um, see it again as an invitation. You can choose. Maybe you have to change something and step away from these people. Maybe it's just that you choose, that you change your view of things. Don't expect anything from nobody. It does not make sense. You have to nurture yourself. You have to become independently from everybody. This is to escape this matrix. Okay, don't expect something, and so you can be very grateful for everything. Be grateful for the love you receive. Be grateful for the lections, the lessons you receive from your family. But don't nurture this field with your thoughts, with your anger, with your sadness. If it's necessary that you have a little bit more distance, do it. Why you don't do it? Because, okay, it's family, you have to stay there. Yes, but if you decide to stay there, then nurture this field with your power, with your love, with your peace, and talk your truth also, very important. But you are not the victim of the circumstances. It's very important. So in whichever matrix you are trapped at the moment, you are powerful enough to step away, because you have this wonderful tool we have as humans on earth. You can choose, and you can choose every moment, every second, every morning, every day, again and again and again. It's different from, for example, animals. Animals are wonderful beings. They are somehow more enlightened than we are. I live at a village at the moment, and I have very in my reality the life of cows, in at the farmers, and they can't, maybe they could, but they don't have this on mind. They could, they have this life, and they depend on how farmers treat them, what they will do with them, and so on. Maybe I will do a video about this another time, but just to make it clear, this cow maybe is very depressed about this, how the farmer behaves and what awaits for her and so on, but she can't escape it. But you can escape. You can change your life reality. You can, from 3D to 5D, and maybe it's not okay, as I said before, just to mention it again, you will a little bit it's going from 5D to 3D, and again you are on 5D, and so on. And there's more, as you want to bring, you long to bring this other reality into your life, the more you will have it. And sometimes maybe you feel then again, okay, now I'm depressed because I have heard this news at the moment, but then you can change it again. You can send this wonderful energy of you, of love and light and happiness and peace, send it to the darkest points where it's needed, but first for yourself, and then you can spread this new reality everywhere. So this was the practical advice from myself for you today, to really make choices and not to give your attention to things you don't want in your reality. So be love, be light, be happy, be blessed. Bye bye.